Steve Didier, and this is the Mexico Minute. Today, the question is, can I bring a dog or can I bring a pet to Mexico? Now, the answer is yes, you absolutely can. There are some limitations. I believe you are limited to 3 animals. And like for me, when I came down, I brought my dog with me. And it was the easiest procedure. One of the main things that you have to do when you're bringing your animal is have your shot records and get a certificate of health from your veterinarian. Now there's a particular form, your veterinarian will know, but there's a particular form they got to fill out, a certificate of health regarding the animal you want to bring into Mexico. And if you're researching online, you're going to find some discrepancies. There are some websites that will tell you that has to be no more than 10 days old. There are some websites that say it has to be no more than 5 days old. My advice is always err on the side of caution. So make sure that that certificate of health is dated so it's no more than 5 days old at the time that you are crossing the border. And this doesn't matter if you're driving across or if you're coming by plane. They're going to be a little bit more stringent when you go to bring your pets on the plane. I can tell you that right now. And I think a lot of times it will kind of end up with the particular individual, whether they enforce a 5-day or 10-day. So always err on the side of caution. You can't go wrong if that certificate of health is less than 5 days old. So, shot records, certificate of health, easy peasy. There's no quarantine period bringing your pets into Mexico, which is really nice. Like I said, I brought my boy Winston here, and he's a big, about a 95-pound pit bull. And to share a little personal story with you, when I was driving down, I drove from Las Vegas to Playa del Carmen, and especially in the northern part of Mexico, there's a lot of police checkpoints, a lot of military checkpoints and things like that. And every single time I got stopped at a checkpoint, I never got searched once. I swear to God, I'd pull up, and bear in mind, Winston, my boy, he's a big baby. He's not threatening in the least. I mean, he's a big pit bull, but he doesn't bark, he doesn't growl, he just wags anytime he sees anybody. So every time I would pull up to a checkpoint, there'd be a soldier or policeman stopping. They usually have a clipboard or something, and they'd wave me to a stop. They'd look in and they'd see him, and they would just wave me on through. So actually, bringing certain types of dogs into Mexico can actually make your trip that much easier. That's just my experience, though. And that obviously doesn't apply when you're flying. There's also a couple things with flying. Check with the airlines. There are a lot of airlines, especially when I was in Vegas. I looked at possibly flying Winston down here, and there were certain rules, like the temperature on the runway at the time of boarding the animal couldn't be above, I think it was maybe 80 degrees or something like that. And either way, in Las Vegas, in the middle of the day, you're rarely going to catch temperatures on that. So if they're checking the temperature on the tarmac, make sure you're not cutting that close. Check with the airline, whoever, whatever you're flying, wherever you're going to bring your animal. Check with the airline if they have any weird, or not weird, but have any protocols like that in place. They aren't going to put your dog on, or they aren't going to put your animals on in the cargo hold, and then you'll be sitting there, and obviously if your dog doesn't go, you don't go, and then you're sitting there, you have to go through the hassle of getting, rescheduling your ticket and all that. So keep those things in mind, but it has been a wonderful experience. Playa del Carmen itself is very dog friendly, so I've had a really good experience with my dog in Mexico. So take that, make sure you get the certificate of health, less than 5 days old, and you should be good to go.